inside that you could not say. Raising three on your own, that was never an easy day. But you gave your life to the drugs and you fell into the fray. Cook meals on the stove, quickly turn to fish fillet. And smiling at home, quickly turn to go and play. Lost waiting by the phone since you walked away. Tell me why you had to run away. Tell me why you had to run away. You were supposed to show me the way, and you left me stranded on your way. That's why I can never find a sunny day. That's why I can never find a sunny day. That's why I can never find a sunny day. You did me wrong, but I wish you would have stayed. We could have found a better way, living life on my own, searching for a sunny day, but I never found a sunny day. Tell me why you had to run away. Tell me why you had to run away. I'm still searching for that sun.
Hey, wake that ass up, baby. How y'all doing out there? How y'all doing? Welcome back to Wake That Ass Up. I am your host, Leroy Mitchell. We bring you sports news, entertainment, life, and all that good stuff. Just good conversations, what we do here. Okay, so today we're gonna speak about Trump. We always talking about Trump because Trump is just like main topic news all the time. If you haven't heard, they reclassified some professions. So if you got a degree in a certain profession and you thought that your profession was gonna be professional, you're not professional no more. Okay, you like just below a profession. You're not like a real professional. You like a what are you now? I don't know what you are. You're just not a professional. You're not a professional. Not in the government's eyes. Okay, that means a lot of changes for like federal loans, and to be honest, it's gonna really impact women, and then it's gonna impact anybody who has those degrees or who wants to get those degrees. It's going to affect the amount of money they are able to get in the future. So that's going to be a big thing that's going to affect next year. Obviously, the government has finally opened up, and the economy, and did that job report come out? I don't know. We're going to look it up because we haven't gotten the job report for October, I believe, to see how bad it is, to see how many jobs have been lost again in America, because they were lying about the numbers in the beginning of the year, and then they brought out the true numbers for September, and then we realized, hey, shit, ain't no jobs, ain't no money, ain't no money, ain't no money. Also, they're gonna release this Epstein list, supposedly. Supposedly. Who gonna be on the list? Who knows? Not Trump. Trump not gonna be on the list. That's why he's saying release that motherfucker. He ain't gonna be on the list. Trump gonna make sure his name is not on that list. But other than that, we're gonna talk about the economy too. Just about to just go downhill. Deflation is coming. If you don't know what deflation is, we're gonna explain what that is. Cause if you got some money saved up, like some cash money, and you're not afraid to spend it, next year is the year where you could become extremely wealthy and rich. I'm just letting you know right now. Next year is the year. All right, let's get into y'all. It's your boy Leroy Mitchell. Hope y'all having a blessed Saturday. I'm having a great Saturday. We gonna start off with our boy, with our boy Trump, talking about these Epstein files real quick. See if they can release these mother one day. One day they gonna release these Epstein files. One day.
Overnight, a major reversal from President Trump.
I don't care about it, released or not. What I think you should do, if you're going to do it, then you have to go into Epstein's friends. This Reid Hoffman spent a lot of time with the island. I was never on his island. Bill Clinton is the one there supposedly 28 times.
Trump last night making his
He went in on Bill Clinton 28
Republicans
times.
should vote to release the Epstein files because we have nothing to hide, and it's time to move on from this Democrat hoax. It comes ahead of tomorrow's expected vote in the House on a bill that could force the release of all of the Justice Department's files on Epstein. The lead Republican co-sponsor of the bill says more than 100 Republicans may support it.
You will have voted to protect pedophiles if you don't vote to release these files. The record of this vote will last longer than Donald Trump's presidency.
Trump this weekend attacking his former ally, Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene, calling her a lunatic and a traitor after she supported releasing the files.
I believe the country deserves transparency in these files. And I don't believe that rich, powerful people should be protected if they have done anything.
Good morning, Dougie.
Since Trump's attack,
Dougie.
she received multiple threats, saying this puts blood in the water and creates a feeding frenzy, and it could ultimately lead to a harmful or even deadly outcome.
I don't think her life is in danger. Frankly, I don't think anybody cares about her.
Trump says he cut ties with Epstein after a decade-long friendship because Epstein and his accomplice Ghislaine Maxwell were luring away women and girls who worked at Mar-a-Lago. Trump claims at the time of Epstein's arrest in 2019, he hadn't spoken with the notorious sex offender in 15 years. But the House Oversight Committee has released documents subpoenaed from Epstein's estate, many of which mention Trump by name, sparking new questions about his relationship with Epstein.
I suffered so much pain.
I don't know, Donald.
This new video shows 8 Epstein survivors advocating for the release of the files.
I was 14 years old. I was 16 years old. I was 16.
They gonna make so many damn documentaries and movies and stuff out of this when this really dropped.
When they met Epstein.
It's time to bring the secrets out of the shadows.
The video ending with this message: 5 administrations and we're still in the dark. Even if the House...
Yeah, that's gonna get crazy. So when the list actually does come out, like whenever they decide to drop the Epstein list for real, and whoever is on the list, it doesn't matter if it's Trump, Bill Clinton, Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, Oprah, Ellen DeGeneres, it don't matter who on the list, okay? I'm just throwing out names, all right? I don't know if these people on the list or not. I'm just tossing out names. I'm just tossing out names. But whomever's on the list, they're going to make this a whole spectacle. It's going to be TV shows, movies, documentaries, books, podcasts. Everything is going to be Epstein lists, and the survivors and whomever else is, involved in trying to make sure they can get, maybe compensated for all the stuff they've been through for, I guess, 5 administrations not doing shit about it, I guess. But I don't think Trump would allow the Epstein list to come out unless he knew that he was safe from anything. Like, he's not going to be allowing something to come out that's going to be detrimental to what he's trying to do moving forward with Project 2025 and all the other craziness that he got going on with stopping 18,000 wars and things like that. So, I believe that Trump either had, because they got the list, they got the information, they've had all the information. So I either believe that if Trump had any involvement, which I'm not saying he did have any involvement with Epstein and all that shit going on with the girls and things like that on the island, I'm not saying he did have any involvement. But if he did have any involvement, rest assured that he made sure, okay, 100%, 3,000%, 1,000,000,000%, that he not going to be anywhere near that list. His name's not going to be on it. You might find him in some email exchanges. You might find him in some other random things, but you're not going to find him on no damn plane logs going to some island. You're not going to find his name on some list. It's not going to happen. So Trump is going to make sure that this list comes out, and when it comes out, his name is not on it. And as long as his name is not on it, Trump is safe. You know what I'm saying? Trump is safe. Trump is safe as long as his name's not on it. Oh, we ain't starting with the uglies today. Hey, so listen, if you're not speaking about what we talking about today, you will be removed from the chat. I ain't starting with the uglies today, okay? All the ugly people. We ain't starting with all the ugly people that ain't got no life. If you ain't speaking about what we speaking about today, I will remove you from the chat. Or I have Dougie do it. Somebody gonna do it. You better be talking about Trump, okay? Okay? Okay, mother. Okay, mother. But I think that all this Epstein list stuff is another distraction from like what's really transpiring, which is everybody about to be broke in America. Well, not everybody. You either gonna be broke or you gonna be rich, and it started now, and it's gonna just cascade into 2026. Deflation is here and it's coming. If you don't know what deflation is, let me get you the actual factual definition of what it is, so we ain't just out here making shit the fuck up. Okay, deflation is the decrease in the general price level for goods and services, which increases the purchasing power of money. Okay, that's just the basic definition of what deflation is. Now, to explain how this affects us, all right. Essentially, we already been in this whole recession period where everything is super expensive. Now you can already see all of like fast food places, car prices. A lot of things are starting to come down in price, right? But people still don't have the ability to purchase shit because they ain't got no money. They ain't got no money. So as these industries and companies start to lose more money or not make as much money, they're going to start to let people go, and that's going to cause a whole cycle of blah 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 blah. So if you are an individual who has money though, and you're not afraid to purchase anything or buy anything or make somebody next to you feel less than because they ain't got no money and they got to sell stuff and you can buy stuff, you got a chance to make a lot of money and come up. You can get a bunch of assets in 2026 if you got cash on deck. Like, this is the time to save money, get your credit in order, all that stuff. Like, if you can save money right now and have a bunch of money ready to go, so many people are gonna have to sell to survive that they're gonna be selling things at such a discounted price that it's gonna be like a garage sale everywhere. And you're really gonna be able to get like actual gems and good things for pennies on the dollar, essentially. And it ain't gonna last for a long time, but it's gonna be a pocket where if you got the money, you gonna be able to really go around and get things, invest in things, and really change your portfolio. And it's all about assets. The more assets you got, that's really your net worth. That's where your money really comes from at the end of the day. Do you own land? Do you own homes? Do you own cars that aren't like fucking depreciating as soon as they leave off the lot? Do you own minerals, gold, anything of value? Okay, do you own anything of value? And that's what you're gonna be able to purchase at a high level come 2026 when deflation actually starts. So, what I'm doing, I'm saving my money. I'm saving my money. All right, unless there's a Black Friday deal I really need or something like that, I'm saving my money. And next year is about to hit, and things are going to be really cheap because they have to be. That's just the way the cycle is going. And I'm about to make sure I purchase me some stuff. Next year is the time to get you some land, get you a house, okay? Get you a car if you got the money. But you got to prepare yourself. If you ain't preparing yourself, you're going to be screwed. You're going to be assed out. A lot of people are not preparing themselves for what's about to happen next year. All right? And it's just going to get worse and worse. All right? And here's how it's going to get worse and worse. Look what happened with this degree list. Look at this. This is so grimy. So full list of degrees no longer classed as professional. And we're going to speak about this because this is going to cause a lot of issues. This is going to go into effect July 2026, which is crazy too, when it's going into effect. So nursing, sad for y'all nurses. Y'all was getting down with them doctors too much. That's what they said. They say y'all was getting down with them doctors too much, and they had to put a call in and get y'all shit about that. They said, we can't be doing it. Y'all getting down with the doctors too much on the side. No, I'm just playing. Nursing, a physician assistant, physical therapist, audio, what the fuck is that? Logists, architects, accountants, educators, social workers. So if you got a degree in that field, which is pretty much damn near everybody, a lot of motherfuckers got a degree in those fields. Your degree ain't valid no more. Starting July 2026 if everything goes through. So if you are a young person coming up and you are in college or you are about to go to college and you want to go into one of these professions, just know that you ain't about to be getting those federal loans and things of that nature like you would have before. You're going to have to go private. And also, when you get out of college and you graduate, you ain't about to get as much money as the actual classified degrees that are professional based on this list right here, which is anything in medicine, pharmacy, dentistry, optometry, law, veterinary medicine. What else we got? Anything else? That's anything? Clinical psychology. Yeah, so clinical psychology and theology. Oh, they put theology in there? I can't believe they put theology in there. Okay, well, all right, shit. Y'all theologists better get the fuck up out of there and stop. You better get in. You better get in. That's it. That's only one. That's even remotely close to the. Because ain't of the social sciences in there. None of them. None of the social sciences. You ain't getting shit besides theology. Let's see what the fuck they got. Let's see what the fucking theology majors are. They better give me something good here. Since it's the only one that's classified you can get. Well, yeah, theology, I guess, the only one. I wonder why. Let's see what a theology degree is used for. See, something ain't right. I'm trying to figure out why theology only one on there. So, careers in religious leadership, education, okay, but also non-religious fields, non-profit work, publishing, law, and social justice. That's why. Okay, that makes sense. All right. So essentially, what they're trying to do is, I think, all of these degrees that are classified as professional are a lot tougher to get. Most of them are male dominated, which I think there is an attack on women, to be honest. It started with DEI and it's been just cascading. I do believe they trying to get women out of the workforce. I'm not saying all women, but I think they're trying to pull back on the amount of women that are in the workforce. I can't tell you why 100%, but it seemed like a lot of the jobs that they removed, they were highly, they were saturated with more women, okay? And the jobs that they seem to have kept seem to be saturated with more men. I'm not sure why they're trying to do that, but it does seem like they're pulling back on a lot of that stuff, and it kind of seemed like they were doing that with that whole DEI stuff too anyways. So like that was more of an attack on women than anything. I'm not sure why, but this theology being the only kind of one of the social sciences being recognized is a little bit weird to me, and I'm a little bit skeptical in the sense that when I look at what it could be used for in the fields like nonprofit work and publishing, law, and social justice, I'm like, what are you trying to do? What are you trying to get at here? I'm trying to figure this out because that got my mind working real quick. I don't know, my mind thinking right now, yo. I'm thinking, what about sociology? What about some of these other? But yeah, so if you have children or you are age that where you're headed to school, you think they gonna try and go back to the old ways? What's the old days, old ways? What they trying to go back to? I agree with you. I do think they're trying to slide women back home and say, get y'all ass cooking and cleaning. That's what they want, in a sense. And I think they want men back working for the most part. Not all men, but whomever. But to have these degrees as professional and then just reclassify them out of nowhere just kind of makes no sense to me. Unless you're trying to do something politically that I'm not too up on right now. Nevertheless, this is happening. This is happening July 2026. So I'm interested to see how that affects people's pockets. Because a lot of companies are now probably going to restructure their pay system based on this. And if you have a degree in this already and you have experience and you're working at a company, you might be okay. But with deflation coming, firings coming, AI coming, all of these things happening at one time, it kind of seems like a lot of people are about to be shit out of luck. Because a lot of these jobs that they classified as not professional, they could just all be taken by AI anyways, or some robots or some shit like that for the most part. So maybe that's another reason why too. Maybe this whole AI bubble is really about to hit the fan. And I think it is, because Elon has pretty much stated that if you don't want to work, you're not gonna have to pretty soon. It's coming to that point.
It's time for our weekly tech check. The Big Money Show is here to keep you ahead of the tech curve every Thursday. Elon Musk predicting a future where work is optional and money doesn't matter.
It'll be like playing sports or a video game or something like that. If you want to work, in the same way, like you can go to the store and just buy some vegetables, or you could grow vegetables in your backyard. It's much harder to grow vegetables in your backyard, but some people still do it because they like growing vegetables. That will be.
I agree with that, Dougie.
Optional. If you go out long enough, assuming there's a continued improvement in AI and robotics, which this seems likely, the money will stop being relevant at some point in the future.
All right, Charles, so your show is going to be called Growing Vegetables, not Making.
So pretty much what Elon is trying to say is, if AI, which is already advanced to crazy levels, if you haven't messed around with AI, you should mess around with it. I'm playing around with it right now with the whole Suno app and generating songs using my lyrics and just having like other artists sing them or whatever the hell is happening. That shit is crazy to me. It's crazy to me what like these AI generated apps can produce in all levels of our lives, whether it's entertainment and media or it's in the actual work sector. Like, AI really does have a lot of staying power. Like, it's not going anywhere. it ain't going nowhere. It's just really not. And then these robots they got, if you haven't been in a self-driving car, get in a self-driving car, okay? And that alone will let you know that iRobot is here. If you've never seen iRobot, go watch iRobot. All of that stuff is here, okay? Everything. iRobot, The Matrix, Star Wars, everything. All that stuff is here, okay? All this crazy technology, it's here. And it ain't going nowhere. So the cars alone are extremely impressive. But what you see when they have these robot displays, like Tesla has one, a couple other companies have little robotic displays, and what these robots can do. I mean, some of y'all got a Roomba in your motherfucking house, that little thing that be fucking crawling across the carpet and shit. Whatever that thing is. I think it's called a Roomba. I don't know what it's called. But somebody out that little vacuum, that's whatever. That AI vacuum, the robot thing that be, yeah, that thing. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The little creepy crawly little thing that be in your house at nighttime. No, I'm just playing. But for real, it's getting to the point where you're not going to be needed as a human being. Like, how are you going to process information faster than AI is going to process it? We all already go to Google for everything. And then once Google got not as great as Chat GPT, we all started going to Chat GPT for everything. So at the end of the day, we aren't encyclopedias. We could be, but we don't have the willpower to want to sit there and learn everything and study and have all this ability to connect and yada yada yada. It's just humans. So we rely on technology for everything. And we've been relying on it for a very long time, and we're not going away from it. So if we're not going away from it, that means it's only going to get better. If it only gets better, that means it's going to take away pretty much all of our jobs. And at that point, money will be useless, because if no one has to work, what the fuck is the point of money? And that's about to happen. So you're going to have to position yourself status-wise while money is prevalent, because if you don't, when money is useless, the only way you're going to be able to be anything is based on, I guess, probably creative skill, if anything. How well you can do something creatively, like, I don't know, the arts. That's probably it. You're going to have to be a fucking artist of some type. What else you going to do? Because the robot's going to do everything else. And even that, they're going to be able to do a lot of that too. And that's what I've been saying. The whole AI boom is crazy. The AI boom is crazy. The robotics boom is crazy. And the way the economy is going, it's looking like most people are going to end up in a position where they're forced into having to live a life that's controlled by a superior power, which we already do, but at an extent where they don't even know. Like, they just give you an apartment and some stuff and say, go sit over here while we go do all this stuff. And you just happy-go-lucky that you ain't got to pay no rent. That's what's about to happen. It's coming. It's going to be like all these movies where you got like the colony of people down there, but then you really got the people up top that be monitoring everything and yada, yada, yada. Like, that shit is here. Woo! It's here. So you either going to be in the know where you're going to be able to monitor people and you going to be a part of those conversations, or you're going to be the mice, I guess, in the experiment. Because I feel like that's what this all is now. It's just like a big-ass experiment. How much can we get done? How much more can we take? How much more can we deceive? Like, it just feels like one big-ass experiment. And AI is, like, really showing that and showcasing that at a super, supreme high level. So if you are an individual who doesn't believe in AI and thinks that won't take your job, or you're always going to be okay and safe, you're not. Your job will be taken by AI, just like everybody else's job will be taken by AI. It's coming. It's inevitable for all of us. None of us have the ability to stop what's coming. And if you prepare yourself properly, I think you could catch this new wave. Like, I think, like, for example, you got a lot of music industry people complaining about the whole AI thing, and you got like the Suno app where I guess it's copyrighted, using some copyrighted music or artists' voices or sounds or whatever. But either way, you can go in there, type in something, prompt something, and then get a whole fucking song, right? You can go into Chat GPT, or you can go into some of these other creative AI generative apps and say, draw me this, or say, create this scene for me in a movie, or all of these new different ways that it can take everything that we put into it or made currently and spit out something new. To be honest, it's going to be hard for people to deal with that. People have a hard time already being creative and making something new as it is. And if this thing just has a billion, trillion, who knows, possibilities to come up with something and make something random that now looks new, well, then it's new. At the end of the day, if you break down 1,000 different things and you put it together as something now different, it's new. So AI ain't going nowhere. And to be honest, that AI music be sounding pretty motherfucking good. I ain't gonna hold you. Them AI little movies and shit that be coming out, that stuff be looking real good. It do. I've seen some of those AI drawings. They look good. They look good. I don't really know what to tell people. You gonna have to really step your human game up. Like, you gonna have to be a cold human being. If you really thought you was a good artist, you better really be a good artist. If you thought you was a good singer, you better really be a good singer. If you thought you was a good writer, you better write a really good script. Like, that's what it comes down to. It's now time for people to compete. Like, compete with the AI. Try to do better. That's how I look at it. Like, I'm trying to compete with the AI. I ain't trying to, like, say, oh, you about to just defeat me. Like, what the fuck wrong with y'all? Hell no, y'all better fight back. Emperor, fight back. Y'all better fight back. Okay, like, you step your game up. Don't just be crying saying, oh, it's gonna, nah, hell no. Okay, if someone made a song using AI and it sounds better than you, well, if you think you're a great singer, sing better then. If you think you're a great writer, write better then. If you think you're a great, script writer, write a better script then. If you think you're a better director, direct it better. Like, I just think it comes down to, as human beings, this is going to force us to either bow down to it or try to compete with it and make ourselves better in the process of this thing coming out and becoming what it is. What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? What's up? So, if you're running from technology and AI, I think you're drunk. I think you need to jump on the wave ASAP. Whatever field you're in, you should be using AI to help you in your field. It's just an advantage. It's a tool. Why wouldn't you use a tool? We use tools for everything, right? That's just an advanced tool. Use the tool to help you succeed. If you're not doing that, you crazy. So I'm also giving my predictions for the economy next year in terms of finance, because I believe that you shouldn't be investing in like Bitcoin and shit like that. I think that shit about to crash. I think Bitcoin's about to crash. I think the housing market's already crashing. The banks are already screwed. I think your best chance for making any type of advance in the world financially is to, one, right now, save as much money as possible. Like, save as much money as, like, have as much liquid cash as possible, as much as you can. And when things start to hit the fan and that deflation period starts to become bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, I think you should start purchasing. People are going to have to sell their homes for cheaper and cheaper. Foreclosures are going to be crazy. Like, you're going to be able to get a lot of things for cheap. A lot of shit for cheap. You just got to be prepared to have a plan of what to do with the stuff. You just can't be having a bunch of stuff. So, I wouldn't invest in anything that isn't like tangible, where you can go and physically hold on to it and touch it and use it and trade it and things like that. Like, make money from it. I wouldn't fuck with the stocks and all that stuff unless you are in it and got a lot of money to spend. If you got a lot of money to spend, then jump in it. But if you ain't got a lot of money to spend, you need to be saving your money and trying to get into real estate, okay? But not like purchasing stuff to try to sell or to rent, but to hold on to for when things start to turn around. Then you can make a profit off of these things you bought at a low cost. Like, you're not gonna make a lot of money right now. You just not, okay? You just not. Yeah, you want to get a bunch of assets for cheap. We playing Monopoly right now, y'all, okay? We want to get a bunch of assets for cheap, okay? Buy low, sell high, but do it with actual real life things, okay? If somebody's selling a damn gold chain for the low, motherfucking price of gold is real good. A lot of people gonna be selling things for cheap. I'm telling you. Like, get anything of actual value. Like I said, gold, real silver, actual silver, not some fucking bullshit they be having that turn your neck green and shit like that. Even coins, okay? Because I think people don't realize they're not printing pennies anymore. They're not even printing certain types of coins, and these coins have hella value. Start collecting coins, not Bitcoins, actual coins. Okay, because these coins, in my opinion, are gonna have more value than a lot of things in the future. So I'm about to become a coin collector. Hey, so y'all got some Sacagaweas laying around? You know what I'm saying? If y'all got anything like that laying around, go ahead and send it my way. I'll take it. I'm gonna start collecting coins. I want some old pennies. Give me some old pennies. Give me some half dollars. Give me some many. I want all that. Okay, send it my way. Cause I got a theory that these coins, okay, about to be very valuable. Maybe not now, maybe not even 2-3 years from now, but about 5 to 10 years, especially the motherfucking pennies. I'm telling you, for no reason. For no reason, you better keep them pennies, especially the ones that's made them. If they made out of real copper, that's real copper. You better keep them pennies if that's real copper. If that's real copper, I don't know. But no, for real though. Assets. Yeah, just if you can get you some land for cheap, if you can get you a lot of some houses or whatever, and sit on it for a little bit, because people aren't going to be able to rent. They're not going to be able to buy from you. You're not going to be able to just go and fix it up and flip a house. It ain't about that. It's about being able to sell it in the future. All right, it's about a couple years go by and things start to reset, and then the value of these things go up, and then you really came up because you got it for the low. All right, this is the time to get things for the low and then sell for the high later. And that's what I'm doing next year. My whole thing for next year is looking for fucking deals. If I can find me some property foreclosures because the banks are struggling, slide in, get me something nice for the boom, boom, bang, bang, sit on that thing. I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? People selling things, retro vehicles and things because they need some money now. Things are tight. They got some stuff of value. I'm going to have to go ahead and slide in on that, okay? Now's the time to go in. Hey, I'm helping you. You helping me. All right? I can't pay full price right now because this ain't full price time. You got to take what you can get. That's what it's going to be, right? That's the time that's coming. All right? Ain't nobody got no money. Let's see what the job report was, because I don't think they put that out. They were supposed to release the damn job report of how many jobs were lost. Let's see. They canceled that motherfucker. They canceled the damn inflation report. Yeah, I knew they was gonna cancel that shit. Yeah, they canceled it. They ain't about to tell people that ain't no jobs out there. And they tried to say September motherfucker got 100,000 jobs added. They lying. That's why they canceled October and shit. They canceled the October job report because they know good damn well ain't nobody got no job. They better stop playing. All right, y'all. I'm about to get up out of here. I might get into some other stuff. I will be streaming some UFC today, starting at noon. So if you want to hop back on and watch some UFC and talk about some fights, we can go ahead and do that. But I'm letting y'all know right now, save your money. It's very important. Save your money and be prepared to purchase next year. Buy a lot of stuff. Get you some assets, okay? Assets on deck, all right? And have a plan. Make a plan first. Don't just buy stuff all willy-nilly. Have a bunch of money ready to go. Hit the auction. Have a plan. And then do what you got to do. All right, y'all. It's your boy, Leroy Mitchell. I'll catch y'all later. Wake that ass up, baby. Dougie! This is